everybody? We are live. Undefeated at 9-0, going up against the 5-4 Bengals. Is ready to negotiate contracts. AJ. I'm hitting long punts with him at all. Probably keep him, probably move on from Andre James, because he is a little... Same with Incognito. I think I'm going to move on from... He's getting up there, and 7 mil contract's a big cap hit. So I think we're going to get an O-lineman in the draft. There's not anything in free that's worth our while. It's funny. Drafting Micah Parsons.
Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the
Chiefs
Cincinnati
sitting at 8-1.
Bengals.
I don't like that at all.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles
It's crazy
Davis.
to see the
and Charles,
Patriots
you
lead
focus
the
on this
division with
Bengal
Cam
team
Newton.
entering play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Like and sub and hit the all notifications bell for more great content.
What's up, Rocky? Thanks for stopping in.
First 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
Got the mic on at night now because I got new TV set up.
The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big time game.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard.
Damn, that was going to be a big hole.
Yeah, let's check on the numbers for
Forgot
Jalen
I was using Richard for a
week.
second. I went to
2
put the
trips
shoulder
to the end
down.
zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Carr gives to Richard. And this time he's not
Great
going anywhere.
blitz.
They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Brings up 3rd down.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Throwing his car on third down. And this is caught.
4-2-0 time and end zone time, my brother.
They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun.
Show me what you got, buddy.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit
big
away
man,
from the guys,
up
and we
the
don't mean
gut,
that at all.
7
They really work
yards,
hard on
and
this
a
one-handed
first down
catch thing.
on
I
fourth.
think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
I'm actually mad that we moved on from Ingold. He was a hell of a fullback.
They'll run on first down. Richard.
Oh, and a face mask.
Face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Carr on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Reception here by Ruggs. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get over.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 20. It'll be intercepted. Picked off by the
I read the play wrong. It confused me.
The Bengals and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
In his stat line last week, that's
Should've
not going
went
to
to
get him to the
square.
Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 20 carries, 57 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess
Carries
what?
last
His
week,
offensive line,
Jesus.
they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
Ooh, I'll take that back. Thank you. Pick 6, buddy.
Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, give to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll run with Mixon. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Makes the score Raiders 7. Bengals.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line.
He's going to the fucking house again.
He's got daylight. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
5 kick return touchdowns on the season, I believe. I don't think I got any last year with Ruggs.
All season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket.
He's looking like a prime Devin Hester this year.
In the ways of offense.
Carlson now to add the extra point.
Wild.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3
My time of possession is going to be trash this year.
One of the most exciting plays in football. The kick return shows why there. 93 yards on that return for 6. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
Lighten these guys up.
Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
First and 10.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there.
This game's looking ugly on offense. Bad for special teams bailing me out. And the defense.
With their wide receivers against this secondary, that one wasn't successful. But don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if somebody got to be casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
Some good defense this game.
We're just about a defender running with a
offense ain't
receiver,
showing
but a big
up.
part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for them.
Come on.
Pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Parsons got me, man.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Snap pass complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. From midfield now, Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
Burrow's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Raiders 14, Bengals 3.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. To the air again, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
He's been
Nice
a
stop
busy
again
man
by
here
the
in this
defense.
first half as he gets it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the 2nd quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So, kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game. It's not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right. Winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
And they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him
Holy
to touchdown
shit,
passes.
man, I
It'll be a
cannot
gain of 4.
ball.
And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for
Another
the
one,
defense
man.
there? They
Whiffed
forced
it.
him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're
Wow,
starting to
he just
dominate
bullied
the line of
Crosby.
scrimmage.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. On 1st down, Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the Raiders' 37-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done. And they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Burrow able to find Sample. That's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league
Raiders,
as a
MOG
quarterback,
leg,
but that's gonna
MOG
be one when he
leg,
flips on the
MOG
tape. He's
leg,
like, I
MOG
should have thrown
American
that ball.
football,
No doubt about
MOG
it, and
American
his coaching
football,
staff will be
MOG
emphatic
American
about he shouldn't have
football,
thrown that
MOG
ball.
As
American
if Joe
football,
Burrow
MOG
fails to
American
catch
football,
me.
Job
MOG
training. So
American
he's got to
football.
take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now after the INT, it's Carr sliding out of the pocket. The open man here, Renfro. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse.
LOL, she's so
accurately
about
throws a nice
American
pass for a
football,
first down.
LOL.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Here's Carr to throw. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more? And the Raiders have got him. Carl Nassib in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Hit him. Kwiatkowski.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit.
Now Burrow loses the football. And the Raiders have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you.
Turnovers in
All
the
right, so if
first
you're a
half
quarterback,
for
it starts
Cincinnati.
all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball.
Nowhere to go. Here he
man.
lost the football.
They
And the
gave it
Bengals
right
grab
back.
And they will set up shop in an enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
What a turn of events.
They went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Number calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball
My
successfully.
offensive struggles
They pick up 4
continue.
yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
On third down, Mixon. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That's
The
about
ball
what you
with
would
Mixon.
expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's complete, right around the 8. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Did they get it, though? Oh, they did. Son of a bitch.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home.
Sir.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. They run for it with Mixon. He'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play. And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, They gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about, Dust, all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Yes.
And got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Trying to drain some clock there.
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
To kick off for Las Vegas.
2
Following
plays
the
to go
touchdown, ready to
90.
kick it away is Carlson. Taking it about the 1.
Yeah, you little man.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Burrow on third down. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Caught left side by Funchess. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connect.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders
Big sack.
And this offense going to let to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt.
Oh, not even
and this
close.
kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The final shot here before half for Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report.
We'll be back momentarily.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get
Smoking
interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in that one. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown reception.
Yeah, I'm smoking them, but it's only
From there,
thanks
we're
to
off
the
to check
defense,
out
man.
another game. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they lead the visiting Browns in that one at halftime. David Montgomery, a touchdown run in that first half. In our game, it's been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. His guys have just about put this one on ice already. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half from the 6.
Out of here, little
And he'll
man.
be stopped up at the 25.
I love taking my linebackers on kickoffs and just running over their fucking blocker there.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Maurice Hurst. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack in the campaign. And partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do
man, how did he
to keep
hold
the defender
that?
away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That's a first down with a cherry.
Damn,
on top,
Boyd.
31 yards.
I gotta give it to you
You're not
on
going to be
that
able to
one.
get this all
I lit
back at
him
once, but
up.
that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Oh my God.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Maurice Hurst. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. at their own 13-yard line.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller.
That was awful.
And his throw here is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
From the gun on 3rd down. Carr eluding the pressure right.
Man, can't
and
fucking
incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed
He got
it
like
away.
200 total
But that
yards.
brings up 4th.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And it's fielded at the 34. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. And
Ooh, another pick.
Be intercepted yet again. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. The 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5
3
for 5
picks
now
for
as he
Burrow.
knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Around 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15. Just
Really, you're just going to let him drive on us now.
22 yards there, a first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Number 28. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Devin Funchess. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28.
And now Derek Carr. He is the focus of our players' spotlight. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big, big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Carr escaping the pressure right.
Fuck,
And
man.
this throw will be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals team.
Shouldn't have thrown that.
Well, you don't want to
Fucking
coach him,
stupid.
Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside
3
of the pocket,
turnovers is
extending the
fucking
play, and making a
ugly
bad
as
throw
fuck,
turns into
man.
6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Carr now on 1st down. Flushed out right. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Fuck, man.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Las Vegas.
On the ground, Richard. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 24-yard line.
On play action, it's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the 12-yard line.
This is Richard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Raiders on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
5 on 3rd down, damn.
Shotgun now for Carr. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
All right.
And he is in.
Baller.
Touchdown, Raiders.
9th receiving touchdown on the year.
Touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Yeah, those 3 turnovers don't look so ugly now, Carr, with the touchdown passes.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
For the Raiders.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Now,
oh, man.
Here, hauled in just past the 50. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Cincinnati Bengals.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, I call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll give it to Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
In most goal line situations, defensive tackles are just trying to hold the line, hold their ground, and let the other guys roam and make the play. But in this situation, he's able to push his way into the backfield and disrupt that play for a loss.
And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Another try for Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Max Crosby. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Now Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Logan Wilson on the
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 38, Carr. Flush to his right. Reception here by Ruggs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Yes, let's go.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They'll run on first down. Richard. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and the offensive line has executed well today.
100 yards,
to try and
baby.
get him over 100 yards.
12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've
Upper
been
arm
satisfied with what he's
fractured,
given them.
damn.
Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. scrimmage.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And this offense is running away with this one. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
At the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check, check. All day. All day. 44's the mic. Mic's 44.
To the air again, Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. That's complete to the tight end Sample. That catch good for only a couple. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. That's south, baby. That's big south. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check, check.
Burrow will throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
That was rough going in the first half.
Third down, Richard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
I don't like that.
So for Las Vegas,
3 takeaways.
They keep on rolling 10-0
turnovers
now to
for them,
start the
3 for
year.
me.
And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so long, everybody.
Damn.
Keep slapping him.
8 weeks. Out till the playoffs. Chiefs next week. Fucking Mahomes. Rodney Hudson's back, that's big. tuning in, guys. Make sure to catch Week 12 against the Chiefs. It's going to be a tough one. Still at home. Just have them in Week 17 too, because I don't remember playing them yet this season. Thanks again. What's up, guys? Yeah.